Mixed Morning.
A Lubbock man was acquitted Wednesday on battery charges in connection to the 2017 death of his son. David Plyer, 61, of Lubbock, received the acquittal following roughly a day-and-a-half trial, ending with a 31-minute answer from the Curry County jury. According to court records, Plyer, then 58, was visiting Clovis over the New Year holiday and ended up in an altercation with his 29-year-old son. The older Plyer had his son in a chokehold, waiting for officers to arrive. The younger Plyer died January 19th at University Medical Center. Because of the younger Plyer's history of violence and witness accounts, David Plyer's defense stated he was simply defending himself from being beaten to death by somebody half his age. Plyer was first indicted on a charge of involuntary manslaughter. Following an issue with the medical investigator office in Lubbock, the case was dismissed and refiled as aggravated battery causing great bodily harm or death. Police say rumors of an active shooter yesterday at the New Mexico Military Institute are not true. The school was put on a lockdown after Roswell police say a cadet arrived at the infirmary with a gunshot wound to the arm. The cadet claims it was a result of a drive-by shooting at another location, but that remains under investigation. No other information has been released by Roswell police. Motorists should be advised that shoulder work will be done on the northbound right lane of US 84 at mile marker 1 north of Fort Sumner. Drivers are asked to use caution, reduce speed, and watch for all personnel and equipment in the area. The Eastern New Mexico University Board of Regents has called a special telephonic meeting this morning to allow refinancing on the privately owned San Juan Village and Sierra Vista Village housing complexes at 10:30 a.m. The Eastern New Mexico News reports that Scott Smart, the university's vice president for business affairs, hadn't seen specifics on the refinancing Tuesday morning. He said it was his understanding the facility owners were seeking to refinance a $4 million loan for the properties and receive some additional capital in the refinancing process. October 30th through November 2nd, students from the Clovis FFA chapter competed for national honors in the area of dairy cattle evaluation and management at the 92nd National FFA Convention and Expo. Clovis FFA team placed 9th in the competition. FFA students representing the chapter included Grant Baya, Kara McWilliams, Robert Myers, and Thomas Baya. The top 10 individuals and the national winning team members received cash awards to recognize their success in the event. U.S. Attorney John C. Anderson has announced the appointment of a full-time assistant U.S. attorney to be stationed permanently in Roswell. Anderson says the move will help officers serve southeastern New Mexico and enhance its partnership with federal, state, local, and tribal law enforcement agencies in the region. Officials from the FBI, U.S. Marshal Service, Drug Enforcement Administration, and others joined Anderson in making the announcement yesterday at the office of the Roswell Police Department. The federal agencies routinely work with the U.S. Attorney's Office to investigate and prosecute a wide variety of federal criminal activity. 2 hours away in Post, Texas, a suspect with potential ties to a terrorist organization was charged with a gun crime after an FBI investigation. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Aiden Brusenbach, 23, was charged with possession of a firearm by an unlawful user of a controlled substance. He was originally arrested November 4th after a routine traffic stop in Post found multiple assault rifles and at least 1,500 rounds of ammunition in a vehicle he was a passenger in. According to court documents, Brusenbach pled not guilty to charges while in court on Thursday. The New Mexico Department of Transportation will hold 6 public hearings this month on proposed guidelines for administering state funds for local road improvements. On November 19th at 1 p.m., officials will be in Roswell. The New Mexico Department of Transportation will receive oral and written public comments from interested parties at these hearings. The proposed rule establishes procedures the NMDOT will use when administering appropriations to the local government transportation project fund. A trailer truck carrying the massive blue spruce tree from the Carson National Forest is on its way to the nation's capital, but stopped in Albuquerque Civic Plaza yesterday. Students and their families participated in different math activities during Family Math Night at La Casita Elementary School recently. Families spent their evening finding creative ways to work through math problems and enjoy time together. For more news as it happens, click yournewsnm.com.